Imagine stepping onto a shore you once called home, only to find the people you love have vanished. Not killed, not fled, just erased. We aren't talking about a shipwreck or a massacre. We are talking about 115 souls, men, women, and a newborn child, who stepped into the fog of the new world and never stepped out. History books call them the Lost Colony. But that's a sanitized term. They weren't just lost, they were abandoned by time itself, and that single chilling word they left behind. It wasn't a cry for help, it was a warning. Tonight, we aren't just looking at dates and maps, we are walking the path they took, into the dark heart of the Virginia wilderness, to find out what really happens when civilization meets the void. Keep one eye on the shadows. It was the threshold of a new world, a desperate gamble for empire, and eventually, a silent grave. In 1587, 115 English men, women, and children stepped onto the shifting sands of Roanoke Island. They weren't just explorers, they were families. They brought belongings, hope, and the seeds of a new civilization. But when the fog rolled in, it seemed to swallow them whole. Today we peel back the layers of the greatest cold case in human history. This is the story of the colony that vanished into thin air, leaving behind only shadows and a single, chilling word. To understand the loss, you must understand the isolation. John White, the colony's governor, left his family behind to secure vital supplies. He sailed for England with his heart tied to Roanoke, intending to return in a matter of months. But he hadn't accounted for the geopolitical powder keg of the 16th century. The Anglo-Spanish War ignited, and the Queen ordered every seaworthy vessel, including the very ship White needed, to defend England against the Spanish Armada. He was held captive by the tides of war, forced to watch from across the ocean as 3 years turned into 4. His family, and everyone he swore to protect, were left to face the unknown alone. August 1590. White's return was not the triumphant homecoming he prayed for. It was a descent into a nightmare of stillness. The settlement had been dismantled, not ravaged by war or scorched by fire. The houses had been taken down, the perimeter walls gone. It was as if they had simply packed up and walked away. There were no signs of a struggle, no bodies and no graves. Then he saw it, carved into the heavy timber of a gatepost, the letters Croatoan, no cross, no sign of distress, just a name. A cryptic direction pointing toward a nearby island, yet one that offered no immediate salvation. What became of the 115? The theories are as haunting as the silence. Did they find sanctuary with the Croatoan people, integrating into a new culture to escape the hunger and the elements? It is a hopeful thought, but one that ignores the brutal reality of the era. Could they have been ambushed by hostile factions, their remnants hidden beneath the encroaching Virginia pines? Or, in a final act of utter despair, did they attempt to build their own salvation, launching tiny, leaking boats into the treacherous, uncaring Atlantic, only to be claimed by the deep? The truth is likely buried beneath layers of time, but the mystery remains a scar on the history of the frontier. The Roanoke Colony was not just lost, it was erased. Every grain of sand on that island holds a story that may never be told. As we look back, we aren't just investigating a disappearance. We are acknowledging the terrifying fragility of human presence in a vast unknown world. If you are fascinated by the intersection of history and the unexplained, subscribe to Forgotten Frontiers lore. Keep one eye on the shadows. Safe travels out there.